guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome, my name is Aiden. I'm so happy that you're here. Today we have 5 random perfumes. I'm trying to do these once a month, so I am kind of filming some of them ahead of time so that I have them filmed and ready to go and I don't forget about them, or I talk about fragrances I've already talked about, because I don't want to do that. And I have some different scents. I was looking through my list and going, what haven't I talked about? There's a couple of fragrances I went to grab and I was like, oh, I've already talked about that one. So I've been keeping track so that I don't bring you more than one of the same fragrance. Anyway, before I begin, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Please let me know if you've tried any of these fragrances, what some of your favorite fragrances are, your thoughts if you've tried these, and how you're doing as well. I find this series kind of is helpful too, because I pull fragrances that I might not have thought about or even remembered that I had, not necessarily remembered that I had, but fragrances that I don't reach for as much or think about. So this first one is a great example of that. This is Orchid by Zara. I'm trying to make it so that you can read the words. I think it works best on my forehead. In front of my forehead, you can see it's the clearest. So this, I think, is the reformulated 2021 version. They have had different versions of this over the years, but I'm pretty sure this is the new 2021 is the newest reformulation. So according to Fragrantica, there are only 3 notes, which is pretty standard for Zara, to be honest. So it says top note is bergamot, middle note is orchid, and base note is vanilla. I can see that. I get a little bit of the orchid. It's more of a generic floral. It's very, very light. It's very airy. I don't really get the vanilla that much in there. It has a little bit of sweetness to it if you want to count that as the vanilla, but I get a lot of the bergamot with just a generic floral. It's nice. It's very light. I know that this one dissipates very quickly. It's not like a long-lasting fragrance on your skin, which for the Zara prices is, I don't hate. This little guy is a 1 ounce, and I think this was like $10, maybe $12. So not a huge deal if it doesn't last forever, because you can spray liberally with this. It's not a scent that I will reach for, though, and I think that's part of the problem. I grabbed a 2-pack. This one came with another one, I think, and I was just, they didn't have sample testers out of all of the fragrances, so this was kind of a blind buy on my part. Yeah, this is a nice fragrance. Not my favorite, not necessarily one that I would say go out and purchase, but if you like orchids and you like bergamot, you might really enjoy that fragrance. But it's not like a you need to go out and grab it type of a fragrance. Next up, we have one. I think you can find this now at Walmart. I found all of these that were at Kohl's. You can also find them on the Juicy Couture website. This is their Rock the Rainbow collection. This is Rah Rah Rouge. I have so many of these. I think I have all of them, to be honest. They have the little cap on the top, the little crown, which is kind of a little silly in my opinion, but it is what it is. So the notes on this one came out in 2017, by the way, are pineapple, plum, and mandarin orange. Middle notes are peony, jasmine, sambac, and lily of the valley, and base notes are musk, vanilla, and sandalwood. I definitely get that vanilla in here with a little bit of the sandalwood. I feel like I'm getting the pineapple and the plum as well. It kind of reminds me of a mix of the pineapple from Elie Saab's Girl of Now Shine with the plum from Jimmy Choo Fever, but with a little bit of vanilla in there. I really need to wear this one more. This is really nice. And see, this is a problem with you when you have a large collection and you're trying to collect like everything from a house, like Juicy Couture. I love Juicy Couture. They're one of the ones that I have a large collection of. That and Marc Jacobs are probably the 2 houses I have the most from. Oh, yeah, it's so good. It's really bright and juicy. It's sweet, too. So I know some people are not the biggest sweet fans. I love sweet fragrances. So this is right up my alley. But it does have that vanilla, and it has a little bit of the depth. I feel like you can tell that it's a Juicy Couture fragrance, but it's not in that realm of the Viva La Juicy line. It doesn't have that DNA. It's its own line, which is nice. So yes, it is light. I do find that they fade pretty quickly on me, unfortunately, but they're not the most expensive. I don't remember how much these were. And I don't know how much they are at Walmart now because everything's different and I don't really go shopping that much at Walmart, but I do remember seeing them there. So I do like this one. I like it more than Orchid. I will say that. Then we're going to do another one that's a little unusual. This is a Michel Germain. I think that's how you, or Michel Germain, if you're going to say it with a flat American accent. But I'm pretty sure it's Michel. Is Sugarful and Spice. This is the third in the collection. I think they did Sugarful Dreams, Sugarful and Spice, and then I think they did the Sugarful Sunshine, the yellow one. This one came out in 2020. I will say that. That part is written down, and I love the bottles on these. They're so darn cute. They look like sugar shakers that you would find in an old-fashioned diner. The notes on this are blood orange and pink peony. Middle notes are ginger and pink pepper. Base notes are vanilla and amber. I'm definitely getting the pepper and the ginger in here, and it's less sweet than the other ones. Like, there's a sweetness to it, but it's more of a spicy fragrance to me. A spicy sugar scent, I guess, is how I would describe it. I'm not really getting the blood orange from it, but I think this would be a nice fall scent. Right now, like I said, I'm filming these a little early, and it's warm, and I cannot imagine wearing this right now because, I mean, it's not as warm as it could be. It's August, and actually, it was the most beautiful night yesterday. It was in like the 70s, and it was just beautiful. I went to an outdoor theater, and August can be, hit and miss with what the weather is going to be like, if you're going to be comfortable or if you're going to be just drowning in sweat and humidity. I wore a sweatshirt because it was a little chilly with the breeze. But I went and saw Come From Away at Starlight. If you're ever in Kansas City, go to Starlight Theater, and like in the summer. It's a gorgeous outdoor theater. It's huge. They bring in Broadway shows. They bring in concerts. I got to see, that's where I saw Sarah McLachlan earlier this year too. It's just a wonderful theater, and to see Come From Away was just wonderful. And the weather was just, couldn't ask for a better day. So all I'm saying that this smells more of a fall scent. Like, I kind of had a fall night last night, but I'm not feeling this one right now. I should revisit this in like late October, early November. I'm having a hard time juxtaposing that spiciness with like that just sugar kind of a note in there. There's like a strong sugar note, and it's not my favorite right now. Next up, we're going to do one. I did a layering combination with these last two fragrances, which is kind of why I wanted to talk about them. First up, we have Kayali. Yeah, you can see I have a dent in this one. This is Kayali Eden Sparkling Lychee 39. The reason I have this large of a dent in here is because this is such a disappearing fragrance. I bought a Sephora fragrance sampler set last holiday, and this was one of the ones that I was kind of considering. And then I was so disappointed in how fast this dissipates and how like short-lived it is. It's like a body spray to me. I really like the scent of it. The keynotes on the back of this is blackcurrant, sparkling lychee, rose damascena, candied violet, sugared amber, and sandalwood. If you go on Fragrantica, it lists lychee, blackcurrant, apple, red apple, and Italian lemon as top notes. Middle notes of violet, rose, and jasmine sambac. Base notes, sugar, vanilla, absolute, musk, amber, sandalwood, and cedar. So a little bit more on Fragrantica than they list on the bottle. It smells so good. It's a beautiful, slightly tart, but has a sugar, like a sweetness to it. Not a sugar. It has a sweetness to it. That blackcurrant comes in, and it's really, really pretty. So I do like it. I just wish it lasted longer. because I spray liberally and yeah, it dissipates quite quickly. If I thought about it, I probably could finish this bottle this year, which is sad. Like, I shouldn't be able to finish an entire bottle in a year with the size of my collection. But it's so light and fleeting, and I feel like it's fading. I don't get that rich black currant anymore as I'm sitting here. It's still pretty. I still like it. But for the price, I don't think it's worth it because it is such a fleeting scent. And then it went up right away after it released. Like January 1st, I swear they upped the price on all of the Kayali fragrances. Anyway, so I do like it. I just wish it lasted longer, which is why I layered it with another one that was long lasting and a little bit sweeter. And that is Jean Paul Gaultier. This is So Scandal. No, this is Scandal à Paris. Sorry. I just have to look at the bottom. Scandal à Paris. And I wore these on my birthday, actually. This was my birthday scent of the day because I wanted this beautiful, rich scent that's super sweet. I wanted it to be grounded just a little bit, and I wanted a little tartness to it, which is why I layered it with the lychee. This only lists three scents, or 3 notes, 3 scents. It is, pear, middle note of jasmine, and base note of honey. Oh my gosh, I love this line. This might actually be my favorite line of all time. I just love the Jean Paul Gaultier Scandal. You probably will have seen it by now, but I have the the red bottle one on order. I have been considering ordering backups of all of these because like Scandal by Night, which is my favorite because of that cherry note. It's so expensive now because it's been discontinued. I'm like, I just feel like I need at least the first 4. So Scandal, Scandal by Night, Scandal, and So Scandal, or Scandal à Paris. I feel like I need all of those backups of them. This is the 2.7, which is a little bit different size than the other ones, but I get a little bit of the jasmine. I get that honey and the pear, and it's just syrupy. It is sweet and rich and syrupy. It feels like you have just kind of drenched yourself in a syrup, which is why I love it so much. It paired very nicely, I will say, with the lychee. This one has a lot more staying powder, a lot more projection. This one is just kind of, like I said, like a body spray. But these two together were a really nice combination, so I wanted to talk about them together in this 5 random perfumes. So not so random, but it was kind of a random pairing. I was like, ooh, I think those two might be a good layering combination. I was trying to decide which of the Scandals to layer with this one, and this one was a really good one. I don't normally layer, so that's kind of a big deal. Anyway, those are my 5 random perfumes. Let me know if you've tried any of these. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on them. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.